Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on last year's national champions, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
The toss to the right. Find some fresh air. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick pass on the jet motion. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Tuggle. Turning it on. Good pick up there
This receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. And that's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Out of the backfield, he's open. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. And runs through another guy.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Just feeds the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making checks. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, by himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The Wolverines are on the move. The give to the tailback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Lets it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position is going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the 10 all-time in wins. Don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Go Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Going for the marker on the ground. Running into the open space. Racing down the left side. The 20. He's at the touchdown Volunteers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the 1st. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they were.
There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but here's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Big guy smells it, and they will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
In a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So here comes the Michigan offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
When we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, he just decided to take off.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Bring in the heat. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic? Well, we've got fast guys, too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Wolverine! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Clemson. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield at St. Clair. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pulls it in, it's Butler. Turning it on! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, you have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown Vols!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Marsh. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. 2nd down coming up. From the gun to give, looking for room. He now has 62 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And they'll wrap him up.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Underwood. Finds space on the right. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Marsh. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll immediately call timeout.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Touchdown, Michigan! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And right down the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He's past the 30. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here is the Tennessee offense. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Butler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Play action on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll off one deep down the left side. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, third in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary by this defense.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really...
Oh, he's got some space. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. He's got 98 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. He'll throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Butler. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jefferson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it to him on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, they execute the end round. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead. In the second half, you need your quarterback to play smart.
Looking for a crease. It's Butler. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Here he goes. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
On to attempt the try. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up 14 over Oregon. We've got you covered in this gigantic top 5 matchup, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like anytime the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
To the ground with the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Mark. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's March. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
From the gun, the running back has it. Jukes his way for more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Finds his man, it's Rodgers. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Floating away. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. So the fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
Shakes off the defender. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Underwood. Complete to the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Power football with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And it's good. He drove it through the uprights. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.